Stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers 7, Saints nothing. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action now. Wilson. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown, Saints! Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact. Next-gen stats. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Steelers 14, Saints 7. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Here's a give to Barkley. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there into the hands of Ross. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Check, check. 66. Move it hard.
Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. The 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Jones. It's caught by Jackson. And he's going to get him another 1st down here as he's able to dive forward to get as much as he can. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
Steelers 21, Saints 7. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Wilson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. His first catch, good for 9 and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield.
Watch 64, weak. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, and going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A gain of 32 that time.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Gets past one man, and all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Barkley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints are back within a score. Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Next to score, Steelers 21, Saints 14. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Jones on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
First down, Steelers.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
85 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football, trying to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Wilson. They're going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
They go play action with Wilson.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Smith catches left side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And this will wind up as Saints first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now Saquon Barkley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff to Barkley. Bulldozes past him. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. 80 weapon. 80 weapon. What about Ava? Get ready.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So that'll back them up 5. Now Wilson. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw is Wilson. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. The 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second down at 4. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On second down now, it's Jones. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. Back to throw. Jones. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the 41, Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. Looking to throw. Jones. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Off play action. Jones. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Jason Sanders on for the field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Samson Ebukam in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Andrews.
A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. To throw is Jones. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. On 1st down, Barkley. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A handoff, Barkley running left. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for New Orleans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.